Hello everybody, welcome back to Inventorix. Once again, the developer sent me a key to play the game, and if you want to check it out for yourself, it's linked down below. But I'm having a fun time, and I'm going to play some more because I'd like to at least get one win through this first section. So, gives one more for each adjacent flora of different types. Gives one more for each mineral. Gives one more for each turtle. Let's start on a mineral track today. And of course, no more minerals. There you go. That's a new item for our codex. You give 2, you give 1 for that. We need to get to 20. You know what? I'm gonna take this first. And we'll see if we can't change our geometry a bit to do both. Gives 2 more for each mineral of this type. You know what I want to do? I want to do that, so this is 2 different minerals. And we'll take... This gives 2. This gives 1, but has the chance to either be doubled up or to give more in the long term. Are we getting to 19? No, we're getting to 20. We're fine. Pay the first installment exactly. No more, no less. Right, so now we actually have to think about our cell expansion. I definitely want to do that for this length. Let's do the whole thing, so I don't know how long, if this is 3 or if this is longer. Then let's do those 3. Flora gives adjacent minerals. Selects a random cell. Item there gives 3x more. Gives 3. Take some of that. Right. Adjacent flora give 2 more. Gives 2x more for each zytal. Right, those are good. That does go the whole length, which is good knowledge. So let's do that and that. 12 plus. Alright, 20 is kind of exactly where we want to be. You're a machine. Gives target minerals 1 more each. Oh, this... I was like, what is his head? That's this guy choosing what's going to give 3 more. I'm going to double this guy up. Alright, you missed this time. Only 15. Alright, I need to think about how this geometry works out together. I'm going to combine those so that these guys can interact better as a group. We get 26 out of that. Turtle, gemstone. You're a turtle and a mineral. Gives 1 more for each other 6 limb. I'm going to double that up. Well, this is the furthest ahead of payment number 2 I think I've ever been. Flora, machine, machine, machine. Cosmo Jade. All right. Good, solid pay. 6 gains. I'm going to do it that way, I think. Get +1 reroll each time an item is discarded. Selects a random column, gives +1 per cell. Expand +3 cells after payment. Let's try this. If we can get the good column, it would be extra valuable to us. Flora, mineral. I don't know where this guy is targeting. I'm gonna go with that, and then this guy. How much are all of these worth right now? Gives 2x more for each one. Gives 2.5. Gives 3x. Seems like they're my kind of big earners right now. Oh, it's this mark down here. So that's the column we want to see that in. Right, this is definitely the best build we've had so far, I think. I'm going to take this, stick it there, and then try and build out some of our width. When I bought this, I was thinking so much in verticals. I don't know why I didn't think it could go horizontal. I have no idea why that didn't occur to me. Another one of you. Honestly, I'll just take 400 of these guys and profit. Lovely. Another red guy. Doesn't fit anywhere right now, really. I would like it to, it just doesn't. That'll do. Vertical on the best column. Alright, we saved 200. Let's do that. Actually, let's do that. Choose a random mineral. It gives 2x more. Yep. Easy choice. Meteorite. Mineral gives extra. Right, first of all, you go there. 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 How about that? That guy gave 48. That's great work. Let's put you there so that you can go there. No, you can go there and you can go there. I'm feeling quietly confident. Mineral build progressing very nicely. Did I? I thought I was picking up one to upgrade with. Okay, let's do that then. You're a purple, and you're just a common. We're so far ahead in our payments right now. Let's take a red and upgrade you. Let's do probably a green guy. Yeah, you're for flora, which is not helping me. Okay, we want to open that, and that, and that, and that. And why not? Those. Is that the same guy? It is the same guy. Gives 1 for every empty 2 cells. Gives 1. Gives 2 more for every 2 items that give 0. Cannot expand after payment. It's interesting, but all of our stuff gives stuff. So give me a second one of you. Now, can I do this? No. Okay. Machine. Each target machine gives 1 more. Let's combine those. I'm going to put it there instead. That's an interesting prospect. Yeah, we're going to be just dandy. Throw one of those in. We could double those up even. Not that I think it matters that much. Smashed it. We got 9 rerolls in all. Right, I wanted... Let's combine those. Now I can put that there to increase this grid. Extract 144. It gives 2 more for each machine. So many rerolls. Let's level this one up. In the middle of the grid. I should have checked what that fancy looking orb was, but I was too busy building out my combo. Mineral rare gives 5. That's pretty good. How much does it give now, though, with all these bonuses? 8. That guy's giving 156. New difficulty unlocked. Win a run, Inventorix, device 0, beat a run at difficulty level 0. Alright. We crushed it with minerals. So now we have all item classes. I have no idea how much more stuff there's going to be, but we'll find out in a second. So level... This is difficulty. Hold on. We have different machines. Device 1 locked. Open all corner cells in a run. I hadn't even looked at these. I just assumed they were like a regular progression, but no. Occupy all free cells when making the second payment. Okay, there's all kinds of unlock conditions here. That's very interesting. Okay, so open all the corners. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff. What is this? Select a common. Items belonging to target class are more likely to appear in the market. Interesting. Gives the product of the tier levels of all items. Gives 1 per cell if all are occupied. Gives 3 if your total before extraction is a multiple of 3. Give me this then. And let's try some turtles. So make sure that's on the turtle. Do our extraction. This is a tier 1, so this gives 1. Oh god, okay. Solitaire, sol, like the sun, solitaire. Flora, I guess because the clubs are like a flower. Target 3 threes gives 3 more. Or target 3. Oh, this is a 2, so if we have a 2, targeting a 3. Oh my god. Teletube gives 1 more for each teletube in connected chain. If the chain forms a loop, gives 2x more. Oh my god. Right, give me this. You select that, because I'm way more interested in doing that than turtles. We do, of course, have to secure enough. This is solitaire and a turtle. Target 2 gives 3 more. Another 2. I can do this. Extract 8. There's a 3. Can I reserve that? Do that. Another alien unlocked. Pay that. Right, okay. We wanted to get to the corners, but I also want to do this playing card thing because this is great. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, and we'll do that one as well. Get 1 whenever a cell is opened. Selects a random grid row, gives stuff more. Selects a random column. Do the row because we've got 1 big long wide row right now. We reserved the 1, so let's do that. Then these both empower that, which goes to that. This is getting weird and wonderful. On discard gives 10 more. 30% chance of giving 15. That's a solitaire one, but not one of these. Space Ball gives 1 more, merges with green and blue space balls of same tier. Another 1. Okay, we're going to have to do some things here. The 2 is going to need to... no, right. If I can't fit more 1s around this. I guess I could level up a 1 instead. Or I can hold this until I can make the 1 fit. As long as we keep making enough money. There's another 2. Target 3 gives more money, so I can do it that way. I have no idea how high the numbers go. I'm going to get rid of this so that I can... I'll take that now. We can upgrade in a second. We can get more space. We can try and figure this out. Gives between 0 and 6 randomly. Sure, that's a nice enough thing to have. This build is not congruent with my desire to get to all the corners, I feel. But hey, right, let's... let's go with that. Gives 2 more for each artifact. What's an artifact? I'm not even sure. When blocked, wayfinders turn and keep moving. I don't know what a wayfinder is. Non-adjacent cells can also be expanded. Increase all effect chances by 10%. Gives 3. Okay. Let's... Permanently gives 1 more with each passing turn. Battery solitaire. Right. Let's... Oh god, how am I going to get the 3s to go though? Kind of like that, I guess. Teletube gives 1 more for each teletube and connected chain. Flora. Minerals. The 3s are minerals, but I'll take the battery in the corner. There's another 2. The 2 doesn't really help me if I don't have more 1s to point at 2s. Wayfinder gives 1 more for each cell traveled, moves ahead until blocked. That's what a wayfinder is. I played, what was the game? Oh, is it Backpack Hero that had like things that would move through your backpack in a manner like this? Solitaire gives solitaire. Target solitaire gives 2 more. Let's do that. I want to do this instead. Let's see how that goes. This is 29. That's 31, so that's better. That's 37. All right, we'll start with that then. Cardery permanently gives 1 more with each passing turn. Oh, it's card battery. On pickup, you can pick another item. Interesting. Teletube corner. Give me another battery. So this is increasing in color. Pick additional alien after each payment. That seems like it should be rarer than it is. Proto tally. Let's level that up. So that gives between 3 and 6 randomly. Another 1. I feel like we got lucky to get so many cards as early as we did. Gives 1 for each adjacent empty cell. Another 3. I mean, I can do that. I mustn't forget that I can level stuff up. Alright, we're getting 50. We're gonna be able to pay. But where we go from here, who knows? Choose a random item and give its value. Gives a sum of all tiers. Expand plus 3 cells after payment. That would let us get to the corner faster, so we'll do that. Trigram. Gives 2 more in a complete trigram set. Gives 1 more for each adjacent occupied cell. Another battery thing. This one is full. Oh, it's max 4. Now it's max 8. Gives 2. Interesting. I didn't realize they had caps, but I guess that does make a reasonable amount of sense. Upgrade that guy. Gives between 0 and 10 randomly. Chaos. Quantum bar. You're giving 2 or you're giving 3? I guess you got one more for this, maybe. 330. Another battery. Right, so that's offering max 12. That gave us a really good roll, it looks. 11. Alright, that's our payment. Unknown gives 1 for each adjacent closed cell. That's interesting. So there was a alien that let you select non-adjacent cells, which would be best for that. So we pay, we do that one, that one. Let's do those and that. On reroll, get 3. Gives 5 for each full battery. Yes. Should have looked at the other one. Target item gives 3x more. Roll another 3. Oh, hold on. I was so waiting for 4s. I didn't realize they loop 1, 2, 3. Hold on. That's definitely worth reshuffling everything, which is going to be a whole thing to do right now. So 1 looks at 2, looks at 3. Looks at 1. Looks at 2. Looks at 3. Looks at 1. That's 123 now. Right, so we need 600 in 4 turns. A 1 can look at a 2. I'm still not entirely sure when I would be best off like combining all of these things into higher tier stuff. It's going to be close though. 2s want to look at 3s. This 3's looking at that, so that wants to look at that, and then 3 wants to look at the 1. 1 wants to look at the 2. 2 wants to look at a 3, but I don't quite have the space for it. There's probably a far more optimal way to be doing this, but this is what I've got. Uh, 150 twice. Probably will do it. Uh, 2 wants to look at a 3. $151. We need 124, and I suspect we will get that. 2 wants to look at a 3. I don't quite have the space for it, but again, I can upgrade. Go on. Smashed it. Win a run at difficulty level 1. Device number 1. Any cell can be expanded, not just adjacent ones. Alright, there's so much more interesting stuff here to explore. I want to do one of these teletube builds, but for now, thank you guys ever so much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.